So I have made a purchase. This is a 42U full rack. I realized that was the most boring intro ever, but for those of you who do not know, I am now starting to sell data center services on my website, beamnetworks.cloud. This video is going to show you guys the process that I went through to set up the rack, get everything ready to go to start selling these services on the website. This entire series that you guys are going to be seeing on YouTube is now how I'm going to be setting up the data center. So this is going to be networking, rack, physical infrastructure, all that kind of stuff. You guys will see everything start to finish for me to set up my own home data center. So without further ado, let's get back to the video. As you can see, the rack is pretty much full, and this server is just sitting here because I had no extra space. So unfortunately, it's time to upgrade, and I decided to put the rack in a different room this time. One, for the fact that it's in a separate location, but two, for the fact that it's closer to where I could have a generator. The problem is, I leave for college on Saturday. It is Monday morning, and I'd like to get this rack up and running before I leave because I want to get this done. So we're in a time crunch. We got to get this done. Let's figure out what we got to do. So I purchased the rack for $100 on Facebook Marketplace. It's got everything it needs except for the other half of this rear door. That being said though, you'll see that we do have the rear and then the front rack rails or studs, whatever you want to call them. One of the highlights of this rack for me is that it's wired up, or I guess built that way you can have rear PDUs. So we can actually have a PDU that stretches across the whole back span of the rack on both sides. I just ordered some fiber from Amazon. We're gonna have some fiber that goes up from here straight over to the server room, and we're going to have 2 OM3 fiber cables that are going there. So essentially we'll have 4 strands of fiber. The internet is still fed from the server room, so this is going to be just kind of an IDF or an extension of that rack, but it is going to allow me to rack my servers in here. This room is a lot cooler. As you can see, there's concrete floors. It's a big wide open room, so it's pretty chilly down here because it's underground. So it's going to be perfect for the servers, and they can heat this room up instead of heating up the current server room. One of the issues with this poor decision I made is that this rack is not even close to any nearby outlet. There's no outlets that I can use for this rack. So I'm going to have to install an outlet, which is very hard to do in the same week that you have the ideas. Thankfully, in a previous video, we wired up this cable here for the electric car charger in the garage. So there's a sub panel right above here. All right, so it is now 9 something at night. I'm in the barn trying to look for something to mount our cables up to the wall. I ran some Ethernet cable for the camera, and I'm trying to figure out how to kind of screw or tape it up to the wall. I don't really want to tape it. That's bad, but basically I need to find a way to screw it up to the wall. I just completely shot through a cable. Oops. So that's just lovely. That's what I get for using staples. So I'm gonna run to Lowe's in the morning, and I'm gonna find some kind of better mount, probably some kind of zip tie screw mount thing. All right, so this is the current status of everything. We got the electrical wire ran down here, and we used a pull stick to get that through. It only took about an hour to get that through, and once we got it through, we're just not touching it. We got the wire over here going over to the camera. This is a G5 Flex camera that is mounted up here. All right, guys, so we have gotten the camera up on the ceiling. I made a little 2x4 mount so I can mount it between 2 of the rafters. We got the cable going all the way over here and then down into the rack. So again, this is a current rack. So I'm gonna move these 3 servers over there, maybe the NVR as well. I'll probably pull one of these switches and bring it over as well. So it'll be pretty bare right now, pretty empty as it is. It is now Thursday, and I've got a little bit more of an update on the rack. So we've got the fiber cables kind of zip tied up, got the Ethernet zip tied up. It's kind of made no progress for a few days, but that's okay. So right now, I just ran over to the office where I work, and I grabbed the rack nuts that I left over there from like a month ago because I haven't needed them, but I grabbed those, and then I'm going to be putting a shelf at the bottom of this rack, and then I'm going to rack the UPS that I have. It's just like a desk mounted UPS, so I'm gonna rack mount it with the shelf because I want to make sure the rack can move around. I don't want anything resting on the floor because I want to be able to move it and clean under it, or just keep everything basically just elevated on the floor or off of the floor. Tomorrow, the electrician is going to come, and he's going to help me hook up this cable, the 20 amp plug for the rack. Unfortunately, I don't know if I even want a 20 amp plug because I want to make sure my UPS units can actually plug into it. And the 20 amp plug, if I remember, has the angled outlet on it, or the angled end. So I want to make sure that I can just have a 15 amp outlet or potentially even 2 outlets that are shared across a 20 amp circuit. I don't know how that works. I'll leave that to him. He's a professional and I'm not, but I just want to make sure I have enough capacity for future expansion and growth if I ever wanted it. So that is the goal of that. The shelf is on. It's pretty solid. I could probably stand on it if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. All right, so the UPS is now powered off. The nice thing is I was only powering servers off of it, which means I can pull the secondary power supply from them or pull the cable from them. So this is pretty much, the servers are kind of like, one had a primary power supply in here, one had a primary in here, and the backup was the opposite. So all that to say, it is now unplugged and we can pull this UPS and put it in the new rack. Speaking of moving these UPS units, I actually live moved a lot of my servers as well. So I had 0 downtime power-wise on these servers. I left all the VMs running. Everything was fully operational. But because they have 2 power supplies, I'm able to hand them off between different power circuits along the way, walking back to the new rack. So these servers maintained their uptime. They lost network connectivity for the duration of the move, but they were back online in just a few minutes per server. So I'm really proud of that. I don't know why I didn't record anything about that, but I thought it was pretty cool, so I wanted to share that in this video. All right, so we've got a bunch of servers in. We have the 2 virtualization servers. We got one of the bulk storage servers in. The rack looks like a mess. We have the cable that goes to the barn that I've tied up, and it's kind of just temporary. I ordered some longer cables from Amazon, and they're coming tomorrow, so I got to get those installed as well. It's currently Thursday night, so I still don't have much time until I have to leave, but we're making good progress. We've got the mikrotik switch, the new one. It's feeding everything like it should for the ISP stuff. So this cable is actually coming from the ISP, ONT, and we're splitting this off to this server. Eventually I do plan on moving the UDM into here because if my office connects directly into the aggregation switch anyways, there's really no need to have the UDM in the main rack because it's VLAN tunneled anyway. So honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter where the main router is, especially since we'll pull a feed from the main ISP right here. Like I said, the backup ISP is T-Mobile, so it's gonna come from my office anyways through VLAN tunneling. We're making good progress. We're about to grab this server and then the server that's gonna go above it, and then we'll clean everything up and make it look nice at the end. It's almost weird how quiet it is in this room now without any of the servers. Okay, so it is now about 10 p.m. I've now gotten everything to a point where I'm pretty comfortable with it. Most of the networking stuff is still on this UPS, but at this time, the primary power supplies of both of those top servers are on this UPS, and then the bottom servers are on this UPS for the primary. And then they both have a backup to the alternate UPS. With that being said, I have just placed an order for well, I did the other day, but I placed an order for the Unified Power Distribution Pro. So we're gonna get that installed. I'm gonna install it right there and have power cables run over it on the back, I think is the goal. But once we get the PDU Pro, that's actually going to power most of the networking equipment. Fortunately though, this room is quite a disaster as well. So this will need to be cleaned up before I go as well. You'll just see there's wires everywhere. I left the NVR in here because I figured it can just run off of this power supply and it's probably not a big deal, or off of this UPS. I'm guessing we'll get pretty good runtime on this UPS unit now. About 35 minutes, 38 minutes probably. Well guys, it is officially the end of an era with this rack. The rack's put back together, everything is closed up. For the first time ever, I was even able to put the back on, albeit not the right screws I found, but the back is at least on. The rack is closed up, and that is it for this rack for quite a while. Good morning, guys. So it is Friday morning, and I just got an Amazon delivery with this fiber cable and some shorter patch cables, and they stink because new fiber seems to smell. It is just now a task of putting this up against the ceiling, and then running this cable basically to kind of connect the rack to the fiber cable that's coming in right here. All right, so this is the current status. I've got the fiber cable managed to the best of my abilities for now, and it's all patched in. So this is the fiber that is going to the barn right now because that's the new fiber that we just ran. And then this fiber over here is what goes to the old server room. And like I said, I'm gonna use that probably for the fiber ONT. And then this fiber right here and this fiber right here both go to the existing server room. One of them is patched to my office, so it's basically a direct line to my office. So yeah, pretty cool. So at this point, we're gonna leave everything here in the video. We're at a pretty good spot. Everything is operational, everything is online. The fiber is patched, the fiber is ran, and we are ready for some future projects. There's a ton coming up, so make sure to like and subscribe. There's a lot more videos. This is pretty much just part one of this series, if you will. but there's a lot of exciting things coming soon. We're getting a PDU Pro. We're doing some fancy stuff with our ISP's fiber connection. We are doing some UPS monitoring, all kinds of stuff coming soon. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next video.